It already started a movie ago. It started like literally like 2 hours before this one. Go back. Go back. What's up, you guys? Welcome to Boss Level 8, where we make fun of movie critics. We are talking about Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, the sequel. I think there's gonna be 5 of them. I don't know if it's a trilogy or whatever. Either way, it's part of the wizarding world of Harry Potter, and you know that people come to hate when it comes to Harry Potter, even though everyone kind of loves it, and they should just shut the fuck up. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it. And now we're gonna take a look at Matt Oak's review of Fantastic Beasts 2 and make fun of it. In 2+ hours of screen time, this sequel to the somewhat mildly received Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them manages little more than to draw battle lines in the sand, introducing a few new bland characters and then shuffling the deck for the inevitable and presumably more engaging skirmishes to come. So filler? You could have just said, it seems like filler. That was a lot of words to say it seems like filler. It's almost like your review was filler. Also mildly received, people love it. That's the thing about the Harry Potter series, is people love it or they just show up to be like, fuck that, whatever. An utter mess from top to bottom, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald confirms the haunting specter of diminishing return, with advances in VFX magic leading to decidedly less magical storytelling. I always get confused by that because they did kind of amp up the visual effects in this a little bit, but what Harry Potter doesn't have crazy visual effects?
The first one.
The first one did, they all did.
I'm just guessing.
You're guessing wrong. It didn't take away from the storytelling because the people making the special effects didn't write the story. It's not like J.K. Rowling was sitting there with a fucking mouse making all the dragons happen. That would be really cool. Yeah. She's got the money to learn. Now to draw stark comparisons. I fully believe that this spin-off series should be a beast all its own, but Harry Potter succeeded in part by baking the magic and incantations into the story. First of all, I hate the fact that you said a beast all its own. It was just a way for you to be a good writer, and that's annoying, but I will continue reading, partly because I'm interested in what you have to say, and partly because if I stop, we don't have a video. In Beasts, the actual incantations have become but mere window dressings, pit stops to desperately attempt to liven up affairs and give kids in the audience something to dazzle over. When was the wizarding world not something for kids to dazzle over? What? It's candy. These movies are literally candy. The only difference is it's not candy that's actually vape. It's not a jewel. It's not something that's gonna get kids addicted and give them popcorn lung. They're just gonna end up being like, I wanna wear a robe for Halloween and drink butterbeer sometimes. That's what's gonna happen. It's the good kind of candy. The Crimes of Grindelwald feels like a movie constantly on the brink of beginning, but the starting gun is jammed. You know why? Because it started in the other movie. It already started a movie ago. Of course it's waiting to start. It started like literally like 2 hours before this one. Go back. Go back. In addition to Grindelwald being an utter bore, Rowling, who claims exclusive screenwriting credit, fails to invigorate our interest in the characters priorly established, mistaking silly haircuts for characterization, and somehow making me second guess liking these characters a little bit in the first place. When was that a thing? Who had the silly haircut? I'm pretty sure Johnny Depp just had his hair. So who had the silly haircut? I don't understand where we're going with the silly haircut. Queenie had like a little, like a curly bob. Newt basically just has like what every kid on Instagram has, where like the hair does this thing and like kind of defies gravity in a weird way. You know what I mean? Where it looks like cotton candy, but it's candy. Candy again. You can't get that out of our heads. In many ways, The Crimes of Grindelwald feels no shame in admitting that there is no grand scheme, no well-drafted governing storyline that plotted where people would move throughout this drawn-out storyline, that Rowling and Yates are playing fast and loose with this stable of characters, throwing various strands against the wall and seeing what sticks. So your theory is that they didn't think this through and they're just kind of like chucking stuff somewhere? Really? They called back so many characters from like the Harry Potter world, like that whole story, to the point where it was often cute or surprising or how the hell did you even think to do that? And they're just throwing shit against a wall? You should write a book. You should write 7 books.
Or manage McDonald's.
Or manage McDonald's. Yeah, you should probably manage McDonald's.
Because that's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, they're just throwing whatever against the wall. They don't give a crap. They're like, what if we put like a veggie burger on top of a person and tried to sell it? Like, anyone? No? What if we made vegan Big Macs and called them big whatevers? Also, by the way, the Big Veg, the vegetarian or vegan Big Mac is like all the same except they replaced the patties with more bread. So like 3 wasn't enough.
Oh, so it's just
so it's
bread and
5.
sauce
It's 5
cheese.
pieces of bread with the onion, sauce, lettuce, and cheese.
So it's just it's a grilled cheese.
Yeah, but 5 pieces of bread. So it's basically 2.5 grilled cheeses.
It's brunch boxes grilled cheese.
Yeah, exactly. It's someone thinking they're healthy while they shove bread in their mouth. Instead, they lay face up beneath WB's behemoth cash cow, milking as slowly as audiences will let them get away with. Without the guiding light of well-trod source material, the wizarding world flounders, drowning in its own BS. I like how it's like however long we'll sit there and watch. Which is kind of funny, because how the hell do you know how long we'll sit there and watch? What if I would have watched twice that amount? You don't know. And honestly, there's probably a lot of people that would. It's not advantageous for them to actually make a 4-hour movie though, because like the super fans will sit there and watch, or maybe some drunk dude who's sleeping. But otherwise, they're gonna kind of lose a lot of people and not sell as many tickets. So I feel like somewhere around the 1.5 to 2 hour mark is probably good place for them to be, which is a standard movie. So it's not really like how long will they watch, it's like how long is a movie? And like standing on a hangman's mark, the bottom falls out from under Rowling's creation, leaving her story dead as a doornail, all before it ever truly began. This is the second, we went through this is the second movie. What do you mean before it truly began? First off, this story began a movie earlier, and there's 8 other movies that are in this world that emphasize this story. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, it just like never started, you know? It's like if someone lost 50 pounds and you're like, yeah, but you really haven't begun to start lose weight. And you're like, I lost 50 pounds though. It's like, yeah, but like, when are you gonna start losing weight? Huh? And that's why people struggle with weight. Because of movie reviews. I don't know where I'm going with this. So what did you guys think of Matt Oak's review of Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald? We'd love to hear what you think, what you thought of this movie, or if you plan on seeing it if you haven't seen it yet. Put it down in the comments. We will definitely read them, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you can get notified every time we have a new video. There's a couple on the screen. You can click one of those and watch them right away. And if you clicked one, you don't know I'm still talking. Geek out and game on, everybody.